Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Andrew Kavanaugh. I want to say thank you for coming back to Kavanaugh's Corner. I've been away for a few weeks. If you noticed, there hasn't been any videos. I went on a little bit of a vacation. I needed a little bit of a break from everything, so I took some time off, but I appreciate you being patient and hanging in there. I'm back now, and today we got a brand new release that just came out just a couple days ago, actually, from Paramount Pictures. This is the new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray of The Untouchables, one of my favorite action movies, period pieces. I mean, there's suspense, there's comedy, there's drama in this. It really is an extremely entertaining film. This is just the standard release of it. There is also a steelbook. Ironically enough, I actually like this one better than the look of the steelbook. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I just love the imagery of the stairs, my favorite scene in the film, just an incredibly intense sequence. But this I actually really liked, even though the Photoshop on this is absolutely atrocious. There's like this little thing here, the little railing here is like not quite even, and they did a really bad job like rotoscoping this shotgun barrel that Andy Garcia is holding here. It's just awful Photoshop, but for some reason I just like the imagery of them at the top of the stairs. It's kind of interesting, and also if you've seen the movie, this is not accurate to the film. But it's one of these movies that I had to pick up when I heard it was coming out in 4K. And this new 4K release actually comes with Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision. So very exciting stuff. Now, this is just a one-disc release. There is no Blu-ray. There is a digital copy that I've already redeemed, and it does redeem in 4K with Dolby Vision on iTunes, so that is really cool. But it's just one disc. Everything is on the one disc. They did carry over all the special features from the older Blu-ray. But really, today we're going to be talking about the picture quality and the audio quality, as always, of the release here. So, starting off with the picture quality, this is a 4K digital intermediate. It does have, like I mentioned, it has Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10. And I gotta say, this versus the older Blu-ray, there is no competition at all. This is hands down 1,000 times better than that older Blu-ray. That older Blu-ray really suffered from a lot of digital noise reduction, faces, and just every single detail was really washed out. The imagery was muddy, it was flat, it was waxy even. And this new 4K, the way it's been remastered, all of that has been fixed. Thank God, all of that has been fixed. Faces are much more detailed now. Skin tones are much more accurate. You can really see all the hairs in Sean Connery's mustache. I love Sean Connery in this movie. He really is amazing. He really deserved the Oscar for this one. The only Oscar I think he ever won, actually. You know, the movie as a whole is just much more better looking now. Details now are off the charts. The detail level on this is amazing. As I mentioned before, little details. Clothing now looks much, much better. You can actually see the seam lines in the sport coats that Kevin Costner and Andy Garcia and Sean Connery wear. You can actually see little fibers and stuff on their clothes, the hats. You can make out like little details on weaponry, the guns and stuff they carry. And really the biggest thing with this is that Dolby Vision. The new HDR on this disc is just incredible. Right from the opening title sequence, you really get that sepia tone, brown, and those shadows all throughout the movie look so much better now on this. The black levels on this are really great. I wouldn't say they're perfect. There are a couple scenes where you can kind of see there's some sort of aliasing, just slight bits, very, very, very minor. But the fact that they did away with that digital noise reduction and they left the grain in the picture really has lent a lot to the image quality in this. It's not a heavy, heavy grain. I'd say it's a light to medium at best. It really is never extraordinarily visible, but the movie as a whole is massively improved because of that. There's a lot of blood in this movie. It is a very bloody, violent movie, but the blood, more than anything, is this vibrant shade of crimson red now, and it jumps out at you more than it ever has before. And I've seen this movie quite a few times. I've seen this movie like 10 to 15 times, and it really is a revelation when you see it now. It is so brutal. And there is so much blood in this movie. I actually forgot how bloody this movie was. Even explosions now look better. The explosion at the beginning in that little cafe diner place, it just roars. And speaking of roaring, the Dolby Atmos, you see how I did that? The Dolby Atmos on this disc is really fantastic. But Ennio Morricone's score in this is really, really amazing. I always loved the music to this movie. It actually does a lot of favors for this movie, because I could see this movie being extraordinarily more corny than it already is, and it does have its kind of corny, operatic, melodramatic moments already, but Ennio Morricone's score really just hoists this movie up to like a whole other level. Scenes that may have been a little bit too much are just right with that score, and he makes the most mundane things just seem so amazing because of his music. I always loved his music, and this is definitely one of my favorite scores of his. But overall, you know, this disc, it's such a massive upgrade from the prior Blu-ray. I would be hard-pressed not to recommend this. And also, they included all the special features from the previous Blu-ray as well. So you get everything on the one disc. It's a fantastic transfer. I mean, everything about it is a knockout. I would say, you know, it's just about as perfect as I could want this film to be. It's a great watch. Watching this now in 4K for the first time, it really was a revelation, and Paramount just keeps knocking it out of the park with these 4K discs. So right now, I think this is like $20 on Amazon. It is well worth it. I think it's like $25 for the Steelbook if you rather have that than this really bad Photoshop job, but it's kind of endearing to me. But anyway, I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to pick it up on Amazon. If you do use that link, I do get a kickback from the channel. And also, I wanted to mention that I now have a partnership with Zavvi. Zavvi is a great website, and they are selling a special collector's edition Steelbook that you can't get anywhere else, and I will also leave that in a link in the description below. So depending on wherever you want to get it, however you get it, I do get some support here on the channel, and it really does help. I greatly appreciate it if you do use those links to pick up this movie. So anyway, until next time, I just want to say thank you so much for coming back to Kavanaugh's Corner. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel below so I can keep bringing you videos like this. Until next time, please stay safe and take it easy.